Have you ever made such a mess of something that you just got so frustrated that you crumpled it up and threw it away? If you can imagine, that's how God felt at the beginning of the story of Noah and the ark. God looked around the world that he had created, and he saw people fighting, people lying, cheating and stealing, even killing each other. And he said, "Forget it. This is just not working. I should just start over. I should just crumple up this whole mess and start again." Yep, I think that's just what I'm going to do. But before that, God decided to take a good look around, just to make sure that there were not any good and kind people he was about to destroy. And it turned out that God did find a family of kind and generous people, the family of a man named Noah. So God went to Noah and he said, "Look, this world is just no good, and I want to start over. So I'm getting rid of all the people, except for you and your family. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to build a big boat. Big enough not just for you and your family, but also for 2 of every animal there is. And you'd better get on it, because it's going to start raining soon. And once it starts raining, anyone who's not on your boat is going to drown." Now, I imagine that Noah had a hard time believing what he was hearing. But he gathered his family and told them what had been said. I imagine that his family had a hard time believing Noah, but they knew him to be an honest man, so they trusted him and started to build the boat. Some of his family he sent out to gather up the animals. Everybody else stood around and laughed at Noah and his family. They thought he was crazy for building a ginormous boat and filling it full of animals. But Noah just kept on working. Eventually, the rain came, just like God said it would. It rained and it rained and it rained, like no rain that any of us have ever seen. It was as if the sky was full of millions of fire hydrants, and they all opened at once. And as the water got higher and higher and higher, it covered the land, and the giant boat, which was full of animals and Noah's family, gently rose with the water. For days and days and nights it rained, until it stopped. And the people on the ark ran to the windows, and all they could see was blue sky and blue water. There was nowhere to go and nothing to do, so they waited and waited and waited. Now, eventually, Noah got an idea. He sent a raven out to fly around and look for land. But when it came back, it was very tired, for there was nowhere for the raven to rest. So Noah waited a week, and then sent out a dove to fly around and look for land. But it came back just as tired. So he waited another week, and then sent the dove out again. This time, the dove came back with a twig from an olive branch in its beak. The dove had found land. Soon after this, the waters began to get shallower and shallower. Noah could see that the ark had landed on the top of a mountain, and there was land. Maybe not dry land, maybe it was wet and mushy land, but it was land all the same. Finally, the people and the animals were able to leave the crowded, stinky ark and touch the earth. They were so overcome with gladness that they immediately built an altar to thank God for keeping them safe. God saw this altar and said, "Welcome. Listen, I want to make a deal. I want to make a promise to all the beings of the earth, not just to people. I want you to go and fill the earth with good people and kind people and animals, and I will make a promise to you. I will never flood the earth again. And as a sign of my covenant, my promise with you, I will put a rainbow in the sky. And now every time you look into the sky and see a rainbow, it will remind you of our covenant to create, protect, and preserve life.